Welcome gaming community, Father Gaming. I'm your host Father Zombie. That's right, you read the title of the video. Capcom don't want to talk to its fans. They don't want to talk to you guys. Those of you guys don't know, Capcom used to have a place called Capcom Unity. It was their forums, started in 2006, and this year, May the 6th, they closed it down. May 6th, 2020, they closed it down. Now, they didn't just close it down, they got rid of all of the website. So there's no forums there at all. Before it shut down, you could have archived your posts and stuff. And this is a place that Capcom could ask their fans, like a standard forum, just ask their fans what they wanted, and they'd be able to tell them directly. And it sounds like a great idea. Now they're switching it to Discord, and I think this is really odd, and it makes no business sense to me. I can tell you why they're doing it. It's money. I don't know whether that's because of the current climate. If if we weren't in the situation we're in now, maybe they wouldn't have done this. But it could be because of current climate, or it could be because they decided to change it up. Now, my estimation that running this forum, like they have done, I reckon it probably cost about 100 grand. But you're going, Zombie, that's a lot of money for a forum. And it's like, it is, but you're thinking, even if it was one person to take care of it, that could be 20. 2 or 3 people to mod it, that could be another 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, you know, running costs, whatever else. You could easily look in 100 grand straight away for this, for these forums. That's probably the reason why they got rid of them. They're switching to Discord, but what they've done is, as I said, makes no business sense to me. They've just put a middleman between themselves and their gaming fans. That makes no sense to me. The forums were there, and they had a direct link to their fans. They used to do it all the time, especially Mega Man 3 Legends, I think it was. They used to ask the community what they wanted from this game, and they would tell them. Fortunately, that game never went anywhere. But they asked them, and they can get direct feedback. Now, yes, you can still get direct feedback with Discord, and Discord in general is a better forum type thing. It's got loads more features, it's really good. But they're putting a middleman in between them and their customers. Them and the people that they're trying to, get to buy games. This makes no business sense to me. I know it's about money, but as a business, it makes no sense. They're putting a middleman in between them and their fans. The middleman being Discord. Because say, current time, say Discord just aren't making enough money anymore, they close down. Now, Capcom, for example, have just lost however many fans they had on their Discord. Could have been 1, could have been 20,000, could have been 400 million. That's it. They've just lost contact with their fans instantly. Where do they go? Well, the other option would be to find somewhere else, like Discord, or start up the forums again. But if you were going to start up the forums again, why would you get rid of them? This makes no sense to me. It makes no business sense, because they're literally putting a middleman between them and their customers. Especially in the current time where companies in general are trying to exclusively keep their customers. You've got EA Store, Epic Store, Ubisoft's Uplay. Everyone's trying to get their own store because they want to get rid of Steam, so there's no middleman between them and their customers, which makes a lot of business sense. It's a great idea. If I had a forum, say I had, I think that's 32 people or 31 people that are subscribed to my channel. If I had a better way to interact with them, apart from maybe using YouTube comments or Twitter, have my own forums, it just makes sense. I have a direct link to my fans, to the people that like me. Hopefully you like me. Hopefully I keep you entertained. Who knows? But yeah, it just makes no business sense to me. They are literally putting a middleman in between them and the gamers. We'll see if it works out. I think it will. I don't think Discord will go anywhere. As I said, Discord is it has better features compared to the forums they had. But it's just really weird to me. It just makes no business sense. And the only thing I can think of the reason they're doing it is either because of current climate right now, in 2020, or it's just to save 100 grand. I mean, it could be a lot more than that. I don't know what their server system was like. I have no idea. I just browsed online and how to run and keep up my own server. You could use Amazon AWS, and then you just get some people to, you know, moderate it, upload code, blah blah blah, stuff like that. But for them, 100 grand is not much. I mean, I don't know what it cost them to run a studio, but yeah, to me it seems like a really weird business decision. But we shall see if it helps Capcom or doesn't. But yeah, unfortunately, goodbye. No more forums. You can still speak to Capcom. They're moving everything to Discord in general. So head over to the Capcom Discord and you'll be able to chat with their devs and their community managers and stuff. But it's just really weird to me that they've just decided to just put a middleman in between them and their fans. But there you go. So let's talk about Resident Evil 2. Remake was amazing. Resident Evil 3 Remake. I've played the demo. Demo is great. I'm sure the full game is going to be amazing. I don't understand why they did the Resistance. It's a cool idea. 4v1's pretty fun. And I think the best 4v1 was probably Evolve. It's pretty awesome. There are some other games. Dead by Daylight works really well and people are loving that. But Mercenaries. Mercenaries was a staple in Resident Evil and they just kind of completely forgot it. And that's weird to me. Because I feel that Mercenaries has more legs to stand on than Resistance does. Because once you don't get enough people in Resistance, you can't matchmake, you can't make games. Now, yes, you could play with, say, there's 10 of you online, for example, but you're all in different countries. Your ping rate, lag, that just doesn't make sense. But yeah, I think they should have added Mercenaries in to Resident Evil 3 and Resistance. I love the fact that Capcom do experiment with Resident Evil. Had Umbrella Chronicles. You've had the Wii games, the shooting games, which are pretty fun. They've had some other games as well. And I like the fact that Capcom do experiment with their IP. You know, better than some publishers I could mention. Won't say names. EA, EA. But you know, it is good. At least they're trying. But yeah, definitely, I think they should have added Mercenaries. So Resident Evil 4 Remake is in the work now. I first learned of this from Video Game Chronicles and Rely on Horror. So I'll link those articles below. And apparently it says that they're going to make 4. I'm not really sure they need to make 4. I didn't even know this at the time, but apparently Resident Evil 4 is really divisive amongst fans. I just thought it was a really good game. I enjoyed it. I liked it. But looking at the forums and looking at the posts and stuff and reading people's comments, there are people that either love it, it's amazing, or people that hate it because that's the direction it went in, where it was more action and less horror. I think 4 was still good. I think 4 had a nice balance. We'll talk about 5 in a bit, and well, I don't care about 6, not gonna lie, but that's for another time. But yeah, so this is quite divisive. Some people think that 4 needs to be remade. Some people think just leave it how it is. They've updated 4 loads of times. I think 4 is on every single console imaginable, from the GameCube, PS1, GameCube, PS2, and then every other console up from there. PC has been released a couple of times as well. Some of the fan mods, the HD fan mods for the original PC game, they're really cool. It looks really nice. Some of the ports they've done for the PC have not been the best, but Resident Evil 4 it's got staying power. It hasn't gone anywhere type thing. And now they're going to remake it. I'm not sure how I feel about this. I mean, I love the way Resident Evil 2 and 3 look. I love how they play. No more tank controls. It's kind of cool. But I still not... It's weird. It's not really an old game. I mean, to an extent. It's not really that old that it needs a remake. But they're going to do it anyway. The only thing keep everything. I think everything is amazing in the game. I'm not going to lie. I like everything that was in 4. They could expand a few things. Separate ways with Ada. That'd be kind of cool. Be interested. Wesker and Lewis. What was his deal? How was he there? He's the main character there until, I don't know if you've played it. Something else happens, unfortunately. If you haven't played it by now, I'm sorry, there's going to be spoilers. But yeah, Lewis dies towards the end of the game. And it's like, but he's been there since the opening of the game. He's really a good character, and I'd love to know his backstory. So maybe they could add something like that to him, like kind of the way they've done separate ways of how you found out how Ada got there and stuff. It'd be kind of cool. The one thing I don't want them to do is don't get rid of mercenaries. I love the mercenaries mode. It's amazing. They've got rid of it. 3 was, I think, the first game that started the mercenaries mode. And it's been in most games, not all of them. But mercenary mode is amazing. I love mercenary mode in 4. Just keep it. Don't get rid of it, please. I think mercenary mode, as I said before, I think mercenary mode has more staying power than a co-op on not a co-op, a versus online mode for Resident Evil. So I think they should just keep mercenaries. They could do like what zombies have done, what Treyarch have done with zombies. That's got a lot of staying power. Even myself, I still played the original zombies from World at War. It's an amazing game. I love it, and I bought some of the later titles as well because of the zombie mode. I think that's the route Capcom should go down. They should keep mercenary mode, update it. It looks like they're remaking almost everything. So keep up with the update. Just keep up with the new ones, and just increase on mercenary mode. It'd be amazing. I don't know if there's going to be a mercenary mode in Resident Evil 8. That's a new one that that we all know is in development. God knows when it'll come out. But yeah, the mercenary modes, I think that's a good thing to keep. Mercenary mode is awesome. Just make it co-op, online co-op, LAN co-op. God, I love LAN. They need to bring that back, I tell you. But yeah, 4 should be good. Definitely interesting. It's going to be darker because 2 and 3 are definitely darker in tone and everything in general. So it'll be interesting to see how they deal with Leon, because Leon's a little bit, what's the right word? I don't know, cocky, a little bit more, experienced in the field, so he kind of knows his way around. I like some of the jokes that he comes up with, and just his manner and how he's portrayed in Resident Evil 4 is kind of cool. I hope they keep that. I'd rather them not get rid of that. But we shall see. The more information comes, and we'll find out a little bit more. But what about 5? It has been, I think, almost 10 years now since 5 came out. Are they going to remake 5? It's 10 years. 5 is fine to remake by now. So, are they going to do it? I think so. I do think they are going to remake Resident Evil 5. Should they remake Resident Evil 5? I'm going to say yes. Let's see, when it first came out? I think it first came out 2009. So, it's time for a remake. If you're a Resident Evil fan like me, you might consider how I consider Resident Evil 5 a great co-op game, a terrible Resident Evil game. If you think how I think and you like the series how I like the series, then you'll understand what I mean. And what I mean by that is that it was a great co-op game. It works really well. It's really fun, but it's not a Resident Evil game. It wasn't scary. It wasn't dark. They weren't zombies. They've still got the corporate craziness, Umbrella here, there, and everywhere. And Wesker's a bad man in that. Resident Evil 5, I ain't gonna lie, he's amazing. But yeah, to me, it wasn't a good Resident Evil game, but it was a good co-op game in general. I've played it with my mates loads of times, played it with my missus. It's great. It's a fun game, but definitely not a Resident Evil game. But with the remake, with 2 and 3 remake, they made it a lot darker. They made it a lot serious. With 4, we'll have to see what it's going to be like on 4. If they go the darker route, I mean, not that 4 was light-hearted, but if they go the darker route, when it comes to 5 remake, what are they going to do? What could they do? Because I would love a good co-op survival horror game. A proper co-op survival horror game. And I think Capcom are the ones to do it. Now, I've been speaking with other devs, like indie devs, and just asking their opinions, different things. And I've asked about co-op survival horror games, and it's not an easy thing to make. I know that. I'm making my own little game, and I'd love to put co-op in it. But looking at what I'm doing already, I can see that co-op isn't just slapping a new character in, dimming the lights, getting rid of some of the ammo and going, there you go, it's survival horror, right? That's not how it works. There's a lot of fine-tuning behind the background that gamers don't see, a lot of focus testing that you got to test it to make sure it's right, and it won't affect everyone. There are some games that people find scary and others that don't find it scary at all. I've got a friend of mine that doesn't find any survival horror scary at all. None of it at all. Could play it in the dark with headphones on, and he just doesn't find it scary. Doesn't find it scary at all. I guarantee you there's people out there that would find Resident Evil 1 scary, the original, on the PS1. Even now, they probably still find it scary. Back in the day, it was scary and the graphics were terrible. But now, I wouldn't say Resident Evil 1 on the PS1 is that scary. But there are people out there that do. And it's like, well, what do they do with 5? How do they make it scary? I think the original trailer, I can't remember when the original trailer came out, but there was an original trailer for Resident Evil 5. It was Chris walking through what looked to be the Middle East, shall we say, a shadowy shanty town, and that trailer had the essence of survival horror, had the essence of being scared, but it was in broad daylight. And then the full game came out, and it's not scary. There are a few moments in the game which are a little bit scary. If you haven't played 5 yet, once again, I'm sorry, gonna spoil some things. When you're in the underground, that Inga Temple type stuff, some of those bits are a little bit, I wouldn't say scary. They're definitely heart racing, shall we say. Definitely the tension is ramped up. But it's how do they make, unless they change it completely. They could change Resident Evil 5. Maybe it's not in Africa, and maybe it's not set during the day. Daylight in general isn't very scary. I feel that human beings aren't scared of daylight so much because you can see. It's what we're designed. We're designed to be up during the day and sleep at night. So daylight isn't really scary. Nighttime is scarier because in general you can't see, your senses, things like that, which make night scary in general. In video games, it's a little bit different because they can fake the senses thing. They can fake that you can't see 2 feet in front of your face, things like that. But for them to make a proper good Resident Evil 5 co-op game, are they going to change the story as well? Is everything going to change? I was reading an article a while ago that they've changed, because I haven't played 3 yet, but they've changed something on Nemesis to make it relatable to Resident Evil 4. I didn't read the whole article because I didn't want to, because I want to play the game first before I read up on different things. It just makes sense, really. But just reading the headline, I was like, oh, that's interesting. So Capcom have already changed a few things from the original. Are they literally doing 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then maybe 6? Let's be honest. Remakes make money. That's why they're in video games all the time. Are they going to do 3, 4, 5, and 6 to get it up to 7? Because let's be honest. As much as the story is connected, it's not the best. Like, if you were writing a cohesive story, you wouldn't have written it the way it's been written of the original Resident Evil games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. It does fit together, but it's not very cohesive, right? And maybe this is what Capcom are doing. They're going back to the drawing board to try and give their universe a nice cohesive story, which makes sense, easier for gamers to follow, for the player to understand it, and if you're going to tell it to a friend, it works as well. So does that mean that they're going to change anything in Resident Evil 5? And the same with 6? They could do. I think they probably will do. As I said, it seems like they've already changed a few things for 4, in 3 to match with 4. So it's only a matter of time before they do Resident Evil 5. But what are they going to do with 5? I'd love to know what they're going to do. I predict they're going to make it scarier. I reckon they'll probably keep it in daylight. You can make daylight scary. You can make daylight scary, and Capcom, I think if anyone can do it, a survival horror co-op game, that's what 5 is. Because if they take out the co-op in 5, that's going to be really weird. Because no one likes AI Sheva. Sorry, no one likes AI Sheva. Simple as. I mean, I know Capcom's AI is better now. Hopefully, we'll see in 4. 4 will be the test. Because if Ashley is a terrible AI companion, then oh my god, not good at all. But so that they keep the survival horror, and I think they can do it. They can definitely make Resident Evil 5 scary. During the day, it's going to be a lot of tweaking behind the scenes, but I think they can do it. I hope they do it. I'm not sure what they're going to do, or they could completely change it. If they completely change it, that could rub fans the wrong way, because some fans really love 5. I mean, I personally like 5. As I said, great card game, terrible Resident Evil game, but it sold really well. The best-selling game was Resident Evil 6 for ages. That's right. So the game that, as far as I know, a lot of people don't like, or a lot of gamers don't like, a lot of Resident Evil fans don't like, should I say, was the best-selling Resident Evil game. 7 now is, I think, neck and neck with Resident Evil 6. So the new first-person survival horror, proper scary one. That is now neck on neck with 6. So those are the two best-selling Resident Evil games. I don't know whether an action-heavy Resident Evil game would sell that good now, because as much as it sold good, 5 was a really good game, and then fans that enjoyed 5 or told their friends about 5, everyone got 6, and then a lot of people were disappointed with 6. Thankfully, they went back to their roots because they listened to the fans, and 7's amazing. They're selling really well. So maybe they'll change 6, make it less actiony. But 5 sold really well in general. So if they change loads of things about 5, they could, what's the right word? Upset their fans. They don't want that. No company ever wants to upset their fans. They just want you to be happy with the game, and you'll buy the game and buy DLC. And Capcom seem to be a good, what's the right word? They do seem to listen to their fans. They make some dumb mistakes. They kind of push stuff out the door before it's ready. Street Fighter 5 is a prime example. They're not infallible, shall we say. They're going to make loads of mistakes on the way. But they're definitely one of the few developers and publishers that do try to please their fans. So I wait to hear about 5, because it's going to happen, I think. And I think if they do a good co-op 5, as I say, it's not just about dimming the lights, taking away some ammo, making it scary. That's not exactly how it works. It's a lot more than that. Tension works a lot differently. But yeah, 5. 4 is the test to see how good 4 is, because 4 is where everything kind of diverted to more action. If 4 is a lot scarier, if 4 is, even if it's possible, to be better than the original 4, or scarier than the original 4, or any type of way better, shall we say, just in general, than the original 4, then you can see where 5 is going. And 5, I think, will be a big test for Capcom, because, as I say, it's got co-op, and yeah, survival horror co-op is hard to do, and I think if anyone can do it, it's definitely Capcom. But we shall see. We shall see. What's your opinion? Do you like Resident Evil 2, 3 remake, 2 and 3 remake? Are you excited for 4? Do you want to change it? Do you want to add anything? Leave it how it is. What's your opinion on 5? Do you like 5? Do you not like 5? How would you make Resident Evil 5 a better Resident Evil game with survival horror? I presume you'd make a survival horror. How would you make a good survival horror co-op game? I want to know. I want to know exactly what you think. And how about Resident Evil 1? I know they remade Resident Evil 1. It's HD, but it's still tank controls. Would you like to see them make Resident Evil 1 as well? It's the one that started it, and it's the only one that hasn't actually come into the present day, shall we say, with new control schemes and things like that. It'd be interesting. But yeah, let me know what you think about 5. What's your opinion on Resident Evil 5? Do you like it? Do you hate it? How would you make Resident Evil 5 a better survival horror game for when it's been remade? Let me know in the comments down below. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hit the like button if you liked it. Hit the dislike button if you didn't. If you do hit the dislike button, if you do hit the dislike button, let me know in the comment what you didn't like. I'll always try to make my content better. I've been the Fire Thunder Zombie for the Fire Thunder Gaming channel. Remember, if it ain't Fire Thunder, it ain't gaming. Catch you laters.